Professor Kunwar Shekhar Vijendra, co-founder and Chancellor Shobhit University. Sir,
thank you very much, Dr. Maitri. I am not a professor, actually. Okay.
But you are always with professor, then automatically you will become professor.
This is one of the art entrepreneur should have. Learning from people around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe everybody has seen the intro. It's fine, beta. Now it can be removed. Let me start. Okay, I will introduce myself. I am a social entrepreneur and I hail from a small village in Uttar Pradesh. We have two universities. One is in Meerut, one is in district Saharanpur. Hospitals, research centers, Ayurveda, we are working nowadays, yoga, naturopathy, a lot of things we are trying to do. So we call ourselves social entrepreneur more. First of all, let me congratulate Aditya. God bless you, Aditya. You are doing a wonderful job. And this Suraksha Box is indeed a wonderful initiative. We need more such initiatives. Dr. Sandeep, thank you very much for the invite. ASMA, Chandan Anand, who was instrumental to bring me here. I was listening to three wonderful scholars, and it was fortunate to listen to Dr. Pathak. And when he was talking about that, what is their 4 points, so as today it is Gandhi Jayanti, so it reminded me that how innovation and Gandhi can be connected. So like Gandhi always talked about innovation. And what he said, and if you look at the history and the life of Gandhi, one was identify a worthy problem to solve. If you really want to be an innovator, and understand it before addressing it. The second thing, as Dr. Pathak mentioned, that you have to cater the market. Gandhi said, cater the mainstream. By defining clear objectives, outcome, and risk. Very important point that every time your innovation struggles will not define with success only. Many times you have to fail. And when you fail, you have to accept it. We generally fail to accept. We fail, but we do not accept that we failed. And willingness to change yourself before you feel that your innovation should change the society, the world, the others. This is what Gandhi's life says to us. And thank you, Dr. Pathak, that you mentioned all these 4 points in different words. Dr. Maitri mentioned a very important point that when he said that this crisis is beautiful. He talked about disruption, he talked about this pandemic, and he was trying to find a silver line on that. If we look at Indian mythology, in Indian mythology, we have Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. So we have international scholars also with us. So Brahma is actually, as per Indian mythology, the creator who creates. Vishnu is integrator who integrates everything. And Mahesh, Shiva, is disruptor. And when disruption is there, again new creation starts. So whenever there is a pandemic, whenever there is a crisis, we should say now Shiva is happy, a new disruption has come. Now we have to think for a new normal. Something new has to come into this society. And when this new normal comes, here the role of innovation starts. Because for me, if you look at the definitions of innovation, as I mentioned, neither I'm a professor nor an academician. But innovation is not only to think out of the box. Innovation is not to remain in a status quo. When you decide that you have to add value, it is not only creation of wealth, it is creation of values, social values, values for the society also. If I look at my journey, I was young, in early 20s, when we decided that computer education should come to this country. I'm talking about 87, 88. And we decided with a small computer center that we should start computer education, quality education should be there. And the day we realize that from here we have to go to higher education, especially to Aditya, I will like to say, because nowadays I am afraid when I see a TV ad which says that my son is doing coding, and so many investors have come now to him. So I'm afraid that in spite of making innovators, we are more towards making coders, and creativity will be killed somewhere. Somewhere they will again fall in a trap. So once you are on the top of anything, I always say innovators should jump again to start something new. You should not stop there. That is what is required. And every innovator is an entrepreneur. You have to own it. And every entrepreneur is an innovator. It may be in the way of ideas, it may be in the way of other things. What is happening, like new education policy nowadays, we are talking a lot. To 1968 Kothari Commission, we talked something about innovation. This 2020, we are talking a lot about innovation in our new education policy. I was born in 68. So if I look at, since those days, we are talking, we should have innovation, we should develop an ecosystem where innovation should be there. What was wrong in last 50 plus years? The wrong thing was that we gave a fear to our children that they should not fail. The parameter in the society, what we put was how many marks you have. If it is 75%, okay, fine. Distinction was there. Now though it is 100%. So we have put people with a fear. So the most important thing, especially for the young generation, is be fearless. And I am happy, Aditya, when I met you first time, you were fearless. You were talking about your ideas. Many times they may look mad. You may be crazy. People will tell you you are crazy. And that craziness will bring results. You know, what innovation or entrepreneurship is, it is like planting a seed. और जब हम पेड़ लगाते हैं, when we plant a seed, it goes dark in the earth. We do not know what will happen there. Moisture is there, darkness is there, and the seed will not remain seed to become a plant. So that adaptability has to be there. That feeling has to be there. Okay, yes, that idea is there. One day I will rise. That plant will come. So we have to put efforts in that dump environment, darkness, where nothing is happening. Dark is there, but willingness is there, desire is there, and we wish, yes, we have to. We have one university in a small town. And when people were talking about innovation, and innovation, so naturally our professors were talking, Vice Chancellor was talking, everybody was talking about. One fine day I met the students, I asked, okay, do you know what is innovation? Let us do some innovation, let us start some new companies. Some startup should be there. Startup India is happening. So generally what happens, many times our boys and girls are afraid when we use big jargons. So I said, okay, fine, jugaad to aata hai na. Okay, let us identify some social problems which are nearby in our area. And first, let us have a temporary solution for the problem. That may be called a jugaad. Then we will have a sustainable solution for that problem. And then we will have a disruptive solution for that problem. These three stages have to come. And in our university, we have started one SEiZ. This should be started, Dr. Sandeep, in your institutions also. It is a special zone, like SEiZ, it is SEiZ. This is a skill, entrepreneurship, innovation zone. Okay, it is more a madhouse. And what is that all about? That anybody and everybody who has an idea, they can go there. It is not related to the course curriculum. It is not related to anything. They can go there. I have this wild idea. And we will support it. We'll find people to support it. And once we support it, yeah, time is over, I know. Okay. So these all small things have to be done. And remember one thing, to be innovator or entrepreneur, it is not necessary to think very complex things. Think small, in small, the big is lying. But वृक्ष एक छोटे से बीज में होता है. Thank you very much.